Hello there. So I just bought this Roland JP 8000 at eBay, and well, the seller was basically saying that the keyboard was in a very nice condition and fully working, except for the level knob, which is a little bit jumpy. But he told me that everything else should be just fine. And when I came home and plugged it in, I just realized that there are some other issues with it. So it, of course, it turns it on. So it turns on, which is of course a good thing. So I already reset it to factory defaults, and still, like, I don't see. Let me just turn on the amp here and the mixer, so we can hear something hopefully. And so let me volume knob all the way to the maximum. So it sounds great. It's just that depending on the patch you are on, as you can see, like, so it turns on the editing asterisk just you know, to the left of the P here, and no more sounds comes off. So let me just change the path here. So let's see, B87. Okay, template 1. So let me get rid of the asterisk. As you can see, it's very hard because it keeps coming back. Okay, let me try now. And it comes back, you see? And when it does come back, it doesn't produce any sound whatsoever. So it keeps coming back on its own, you see? That tells me that one of the pots, maybe it's the level one here, or maybe something else. Yeah, you see that just by turning the level knob, I got rid of it, and now it's a little more stable. So let's see. So yeah, the level knob is completely screwed up. Yeah, I see, like, it keeps coming back. So basically, I think this is related maybe only to this spot here, but I also, during the tests, I realized that the attack slider here on the amp session, sorry, it's on the filter session actually, this guy here, it's also not functioning as expected. It's giving me all sorts of weird readings, and probably the other ones, they look fine during the tests, but they might require some attention as well. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to fully disassemble the whole thing. I'm going to just get rid pull out all the boards. I'm going to there is a cap that is known to have some issues, so I'm going to actually recap that particular one because it's very known to leak, and it's related to the output level. So even though I can see some sound getting out, I might just you know, just recap it anyways, just because I'm going to have the board out. I'm going to replace the level knob here. So I just ordered a new pot that is fully compatible with this one. I'm going to be doing some replacing here. In terms of the slides, there are ways of actually repairing them. So you have to basically extract them, desolder them, and then you have to open them up. You have to do a very you know, thorough cleaning, and then some lubing, and probably it should be just fine. But I did find some parts that are not Roland, but it might just be compatible. So I might want to test that out as well, so that I can have like new sliders. It might be a good idea, you know, in it's a good idea to, you know, clean everything up and make sure that everything's working. Like if you see, you know, between the keys here, in between you can see like the amount of grime that is basically there. It's not a good idea to keep those, of course. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to disassemble the whole thing. I'm going to clean everything up fairly well and get rid of all the dust, speckles and such, and eventually doing some replacing on the defective parts here, and hopefully afterwards it's going to be good as new. So that's basically it. See you later.